should.
Hi, everyone. Samantha, yeah, that made it. Samantha gave me a countdown. So, and alright, look, there you're down. Okay. Oh, hi! Long time no. Hang on, I have.
Hi.
What did I say?
Okay, I'm done.
Alright. It's been a while, hasn't it? I have a pain in my ass, too. No, I was sitting on Loki's dog. I literally had a pain in my butt. How have you guys been? I've been good. I've been busy the last... Well, it's been a little over a month since my last video. Hang on. This is going to drive me crazy. I got to fix it. Been busy. Samantha had her junior prom.
Yeah, I did. Sorry. I love you.
I'm telling your secrets today, so you better be nice.
Wait, what one?
God, it looks like I haven't even brushed my hair this morning. Trust me, I did. Anyway. Alright, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Samantha had her last week of school. She passed. She's going to be a senior next year. Yay! We were sweating English there for a little while. That makes total sense now. About you struggling in English. Y'all will hear... Oh.
I get it now.
You get it? She gets it. Y'all will get it here in a few minutes. That makes total sense now. Duh. Oh, y'all gonna love this.
You have to tell them like the entire story, though.
just gosh. But she's a senior next year. Yay. She had her junior prom. She's working. I put her butt to work. We have anyone from around this area might know it. Odita Campground. Well, actually, it's not called a campground. It's a camping resort. Lo-hee-ho. But she's working there. They have a little restaurant or snack thing where they...
It's a cafe. Lakeside Cafe.
Lakeside Cafe. She's working there. She's the cook. She cooks. And so far, no one's had food poisoning, so she must be doing a good job.
I get nothing but compliments.
Let's see, what else? My husband got a promotion at work. Which means he did like run a crew where he works, and now he was like just a, I don't know what his job title was. Now he's going to be area superintendent. So he's going to be like responsible for like a bunch of, a bigger area. So he's excited. It is a second shift position. So starting, I think he said,
August.
is it the beginning or the end of August? Do you remember?
No.
Sometime in August, he's going to be going over to second shift, which he loves. When we first got married, the first 10 years we were married, he worked a second shift position. And he's always loved that position because he's never been... I have a line right here, and it's from my face mask, and it's not going away. Rabbit trail. Okay, anyway. What was I saying?
He likes second shift.
Okay, so he likes second shift, so he's excited. So he's really excited about the new position. Let's see, what else has happened here lately? My brother-in-law got remarried. We had his wedding. We had them in town and his wedding. And, of course, anytime you get my in-law side of the family together, we're all like, there's just... We've never gotten together and not had a good time. Let's just put it that way. Let's see, what else? I had pink eye. I was supposed to go over to Terry's. Woke up the morning I was supposed to go and couldn't open my eye. So I had pink eye. What else? I think that's about it. I've been busy. I got my stitchy bug back. I got stuff to show you this time. Woohoo! But we'll get to that later. I got some notes here on some. I haven't done this in a while, but this weekend I went and watched a bunch of new Flosstubers. And so I have a list here of some new Flosstubers to do shout-outs to. I did. If you haven't watched Terry's video yet, stop right now, go watch her video, and then come back and watch mine. I finished watching mine and go watch hers. But I was watching her video, and in her video, she was talking about Pam Reed and about how she was the Wonder Woman of stitching or something like that. So now all I can think of is that Pam Reed needs to do a video in a Wonder Woman suit. How hilarious would that be? Pam, I know you can find one. Hey, people can wear crowns in their videos. They should be able to wear a Wonder Woman suit, right? Okay. And Terry, girl, you're my greatest friend, and on my bucket list I've put to teach you how to swim.
I'm sorry, what?
Terry doesn't know how to swim. Oh, I forgot to put these on my notes and I almost forgot. Because I haven't talked to y'all since then. The trip that we did to the Thistle the Monday after, or the Saturday after Mother's Day was a blast. We had a wonderful, I don't like the lighting. Oh well, too bad. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. I actually got Hall to show you from that. I'll show you that in a little bit. But we had a great time. But the best time... Terry, I love you. We went to dinner. She told y'all that me, her, and Brenda went to dinner after that to Denny's. She failed to tell you the best story of that dinner. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you. So we go to Denny's and we're sitting here and we're looking at the menu. Every time I think about it, I crack myself up. But we're looking at the menus, and me and Brenda, we figure out what we're having. So Terry's still looking at everything, and she looks. She says, "Oh, they have a country fried steak." I said, "Oh, she says, "I wish they had a chicken fried steak." And me and Brenda kind of looked at each other. Then we looked at her and we said, "Well, that's the same thing. A country fried steak and a chicken fried steak. That's the same thing." She says, "No." She says, "I want the chicken fried steak. I don't want beef. I want chicken." Like, Terry, chicken fried steak is beef. It's not chicken. She goes, "You mean when I've ordered chicken fried steak before I was eating beef and not chicken?" Me and Brenda cracked up laughing. We're like, "Yes." I love you, Terry, but you cracked me up. I had to tell that story. She was probably thinking that since I hadn't done a video that I forgot about that and I wasn't going to say it, because she was like, as soon as it happened, she looked at me and said, "That's off the record." And I'm like, "No." She's hilarious. She is. She's hilarious. Okay, let's see. Anything else before I start the shout-outs? No. I don't have many notes. Well, I had notes. We're making notes like a month ago, right after my first video, but those notes are so old that I had to start over. Alright, let's talk about some new Flosstubers. I'm having such a hard time keeping up because there's so many new people, and I haven't searched out new Flosstubers because I'm trying to get caught up on the ones I already have. But speaking, I said, I want to see some fresh faces. So I found some fresh faces, and I just want to do a quick shout out. And you guys probably already know most of these, but I found the Kentucky Woman Stitcher. It's got some. I like her. She's got some good finishes, and I almost think she's filming on a boat because behind her is a window and it looks like a porthole. And the whole time I'm watching her video, I'm thinking, she's on a boat. She's got to be on a boat. That's a boat. Yeah, that's got to be a boat. And she's already enabled. I watched just her first video, and she's already enabled me because she showed a chart. And the chart is from New York Dreamer, which I've never heard of them. And it's called Wintertime. And she also said there's a summertime, springtime, and what's that other... autumn. Other season. So I'm going to have to go and find those because I like those. And it's seasons. I like seasons. Then I found a new floss tuber. Actually, it's two floss tubers. They do their floss tubes together, and they're called D Squared X Stitching. And it's two women who are really good friends, and I think they said they live together. And they're just a little off-centered. I like them. Go check them out. Then we have the Kathy Heiberman. She's the designer of Hands On's Design. She's doing videos, and I watched her I watched her first video and I watched her latest video. I got to go back and watch the ones between. But she, you know, in her last video, she was telling how she got to do the chalk ones that were in the magazines. Told how that all came about. And it was very interesting. I'm going to like her videos. And she showed a new series that she's doing, and I'm going to have to go find it because I absolutely love it. And then there's the Crafty Cat Stitcher, who behind her when she was talking, she has one of those ladder shelves. It looks like a ladder, but it's shelves. I love it. Now I got to go get me one. Simon Stitches, another male stitcher, did a lovely Angel of Peace. It's beautiful. You got to go see it. Then we have Keep Calm and Craft with Shelley Lewis, who did an awesome cross stitch of a dog. I think it was I want to say it was a golden retriever or not a golden, or it was some sort of lab. It looked like a golden lab. Real pretty. Then there's What Sam Did Next, who has the cutest little baby, and it is cutest little baby. And she was like in her video, it was cute. All right, and Itch to Cross Stitch. She's doing a burst sampler that I absolutely love. It is so cute. I might have to, well. Then there's the Midnight Crafter, who does almost all Halloween. You guys out there who like the Halloween stuff and everything, really need to go watch her. She does primarily all Halloween. Then there's Spruced Up Stitching, which did a cross stitch of Stonehenge, which is, I don't like the way that's. Alright. Who did a cross stitch of Stonehenge, which is absolutely lovely. And then in these new cross stitch, there were like 2 or 3 of these new cross stitchers that I watched that kept talking about lollipop stitches, lollipop stitches, who is a new floss tuber that I haven't watched yet. So I haven't watched her yet, but I wrote her down here, so I'm gonna go watch her. Okay. I'm also going to do, I'm fixing to do the 20 things you don't know about me, which actually should be retitled as the 20 things you really don't want to know about me. Hang on. Because you might not really want to know these things about me. I almost had a hard time coming up with 20. And I'm loving watching the other people's videos. If y'all haven't gone and seen Ginger Gerald's yet, go watch his. I thought it was funny. Alright. You ready? 20 things you might not know about me. And that you probably wished I wouldn't have told y'all. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Number 1. Now, I'm starting with the biggest one first because after I tell you guys this, a lot of y'all probably not going to want to watch me. Bless Terry. She already knows this one, but yet she's still my friend, so gotta love her. I don't like coffee. Anything. Oh, Loki, please. I don't like drinking coffee. I don't like... Is there someone here? I don't like coffee flavored anything. Ice cream, nothing. I don't like it. I don't like coffee. You either gotta take me or leave me. And if you take me somewhere nice. I love thunderstorms. And the more severe the thunderstorm, the better. When we lived, I grew up in Texas, and during the springtime there, especially where I lived, it would be beautiful during the day, and toward the late evening, we would get these I'm talking thunderstorms. I mean, it'd be like 2 o'clock in the evening, and it would get dark. That's how dark the clouds are. It would rain and thunder and lightning. And I would go sit on my front porch. We had a swing on our front porch, and I'd go sit on the front porch and swing and watch the lightning and the thunder. I loved it. Hurricanes, because where we lived, if a hurricane come up through like Galveston or something, we lived far enough away to where we didn't have to evacuate, but we got all the wind and rain and thunder and lightning of the hurricane. Oh, I can remember the first time a hurricane came through after me and my husband moved down there. I was out on the porch on the swing. You know, it was wind blowing, rain, thunder, lightning, everything. It's a hurricane. And I'm out on the front porch watching it. And my husband's in the house. What are you doing? Get back in here. This is a hurricane. Get back in the house. I'm like, it's just a hurricane. Love thunderstorms. We don't get the severe thunderstorm. Hi, Loki. He can go the other way. Hi. Sit. Sit down. Good boy. He wanted to say hello. We don't get the severe thunderstorms up here as often. I mean, once in a blue moon, like we did, and I miss them. I really do miss them. When I watch Sherry and and you guys down there in the south, and y'all talk about a severe thunderstorm come through, or I know I like it when Emily from Eclectic Possessions one time was actually showing, you know, and I just love that because I miss it. Love thunderstorms. Okay, next one. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I have a pen fetish. I know y'all know about my notebook addiction, which I have conquered, by the way, because I have not bought a new notebook since October of last year. Woohoo! But pens, and they don't have, you can't have my pen, Loki. Sit. 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 No one wants to see your mug. There, good. Lay down. Okay. Different colors. I cannot go into Staples or I was going to say Home Depot. No, Office Depot or Office Max without picking up. You know, they usually have a display of pens, different colors, and I have to pick up. I mean, I have literally. You know, you can buy those plastic shoe boxes. I have 2 of those full of pens. Seriously, I should have brought them out to show y'all, but I didn't. And then I get upset because I buy a pen, and it could be a color, you know, like a purple or green or red or whatever pen. And Samantha will say, I need a pen to sign this or something, or can you sign this? And I'll grab one of my pens. And then she like wants the pen, and she steals the pens from me.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I have really good pens in my purse, too.
You hear that? She's got one of my pens in her purse. Another thing that y'all may not know about me, Terry knows, I think. Yeah, because she mentioned in her comment. I hate being late. Oh, I hate it. I can't stand being late. I get. Even if it's beyond my control. Oh, remind me to tell you about the story when I picked Samantha up and had to spend the night on the freeway. Okay. I just, even if it's beyond my control, like if I get stuck in traffic because of an accident or something like that, and it makes me late, I get anxiety. I hate being late. So always make sure wherever I'm going, I'm there early, or that I arrive on earlier time. I don't arrive super early because, you know, if I'm supposed to be somewhere, say at 1 o'clock, if I show up at 10 minutes early, that's acceptable. But I think if I show up, 20 or 30 minutes early, that to me, that's rude. And I just don't like being late. But I can remember one time, the first time that I actually went to Terry's house, because the first time we met up at AC Moore and we went to lunch. But the first time I actually went to her house, I left early enough. I got to where she lives like 20 minutes early, and I wasn't going to go to her house 20 minutes early, so I literally sat in a parking lot for 10 minutes. So I could only show up 10 minutes early. But I was going to make sure I was there on time. Yeah, I hate being late. My husband has this talent. It's his superpower almost. About he knows exactly when we need to leave to be somewhere right on time, right on the dot. Which drives me crazy because, like, if it takes me 15 minutes to get somewhere, I leave 30 minutes before I have to be there to make sure I'm there on time. He will leave at that he will, and that's just like, oh, we gotta go, we're gonna be late, and I'm running around the house, come on, let's go, we got time, sit down, relax, no, we gotta go, and it's like, I think he does it on purpose. We could leave early and it wouldn't matter, but I think he does that on purpose just to drive me crazy. I really should have brushed my hair before I did this. Actually, I did, but it just doesn't look like it's brushed. Alright, hang on. Wait, she send this to you, or?
Oh, it's on her story.
It's on her story? Hang on. Samantha just showed me this.
I love you, Tracy.
I guess she's bathing suit shopping. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, my next thing. Oh. Terry knows a little bit about this next one. Okay. Y'all remember that show that was on, eons ago? Bewitched? With Samantha and her husband. I always call him Darwin, because that's what the mother-in-law always called him. Darren. Love that show. I named my daughter Samantha from that character in the show. And Terry named one of her daughters from a character in that show too, Tabitha. Hey, I almost named you Tabitha. But Daddy, my husband, says no, he didn't like that name. So I said, well, okay, Samantha. But I love that show, Bewitched. And I wish, and me and my aunt's the same way. Me and my aunt has literally had discussions about this. Seriously. I mean, we talk serious discussions about it. I love that show, and there are times I want to be a witch. Not an evil witch, but like a Samantha witch. I mean, a vase falls and breaks and she just twitches her nose and poof, it's fixed. She knows she's got company coming in 2 seconds. All she got to do is boop, and her house is clean and the meal's prepared. That would be awesome. Me and my aunt one time debated whether we would want to be Samantha from Bewitched or Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie. I mean, literally, we did. In the end, we decided we wanted to be Samantha from Bewitched because Jeannie and I Dream of Jeannie actually has a master, and we don't want a master. Oh, here's another thing you might not know about me. I'm not really funny. I know there's people out there who think I am, but Samantha, am I funny? See, she's going to refuse to answer, because if she were to answer, she would say no.
It varies.
It varies. She said, that's her nice, yeah, now she's being political. Raymond. Am I funny? See, he's refusing to answer. And if I were to ask my husband, He would point blank say, no, you're not. So despite what y'all think, I'm not funny. Oh. This one y'all gotta keep a secret. I'm in witness protection program. Okay, now here's the one where now y'all gonna know why I was laughing earlier about Samantha passing English. Something y'all probably would wish y'all didn't know about me. My daughter Samantha is an alien. Not like an alien from another country. She's like a space alien. Which now, I mean, all these years, I couldn't figure out why. I don't know. I couldn't figure out why she was always so bad in English. Well, now I know, because English isn't her first language. Some bippity-boppity-boo language is probably... Loki, seriously? That's his nose. Sit. 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 That's what I get for doing my videos on the floor. But yeah, she's a space alien.
Tell them the story.
Alright, tell you the story. She came home from school one day, and she was feeling lightheaded and shaky. And I said, well, I wanted to test. And that happens periodically with her. And I wanted to test her blood sugar. So I got my glucose because I checked my blood sugar because I'm a diabetic. And she gave me her finger, and I poked her finger, and I squeezed it. No blood came out. So I poked another finger, squeezed it, no blood came out. I poked... How many times did I poke you? At least a dozen times I poked this girl, no blood was coming out. She's an alien. A bloodless alien. So now I can tell... Now I can say... she's my favorite alien daughter. Another thing y'all might not know about me... I only knew my husband for 6 months before we got married. Shoot, I only knew him for 2 months before we moved in together. Alright. Ginger Gerald talked about him suffering from RBF. And I think I might have mentioned this in one of my videos. I have chronic CRS. Can't remember shit. And the older I get, the worse it gets. I've talked to my doctor about it, and she says there's nothing that she can give me for it. And by the way, I'm not really in witness protection program. That was a joke. God. Alright. I'm a little bit dyslexic. There's people with dyslexia. There's like a range. Either you're, you can. There's like a. That looks weird. Okay, no. There's a range. I'm slightly dyslexic. To this day, I have trouble with my lowercase b and d's, getting them mixed up. Same things with my s. I write my 8s backwards. I know you're saying, how can you write your 8 backwards? But most people, and I test this with a lot of people, sit down and watch how they do their 8s and which way they go. I do it opposite of everybody. How do you write yours? She doesn't know unless she has a pen in her hand. Write your 8. Like you always do. She's got to know now. Well, you do it weirder than everyone.
Why?
Okay, see, when I write an 8...
Do you do like the 2 circle things?
When I write an 8... This is my 8. I start here, and go this way. Most people, when they write their 8s, they start here and go this way.
Well, I didn't learn these.
She does. Hers totally different. She starts here and she goes down. Well, that's because you're an alien, so.
Good.
It's because you're an alien.
I know. Sorry.
My alien daughter. It's not real severe. It's, but there's things. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I want to say this because both my kids are in the room. I don't want them to hear this. I was a little wild growing up in my teenage years.
I need this.
Yeah, Samantha says she knows.
You told me stories.
No, you haven't heard the stories. I was. I'll leave it at that. Another thing you might know about me is I am weird. Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, we know, Joe. You're a little weird. No, seriously. I'm fixing to tell you some things to show you how weird I am. And I think the only person that's going to stay subscribed to my channel is probably Terry. I don't think she would ever unsubscribe. But yeah, I'm weird. Here, go get me some more water, please. I'm doing a video. Come on. Alright. Let me tell you a little bit about some of the weird things. And all these are true. I'm not making any of this stuff up. The first one, and I know I said this, I've told this story before in a video sometime last year, but I'm going to retell it just to refresh your memory so that you'll understand the other things I'm going to tell you, and for the people who hadn't seen that video. I'm weird. One of the things that makes me weird, and my husband teases me about this too, my whole family teases me about this, I do not, will not, and will never buy Charmin toilet paper. Well, why not, you say? Because of the... I'm trying not to get upset, because this really gets me. Because of the red bears. You watch the commercials. They're talking about the toilet paper and how the toilet paper gets you cleaner than other toilet paper so that your underwear stays cleaner. They don't wear underwear. How can you sit here and tell me that it keeps your underwear cleaner when you don't wear underwear? That's false advertisement. There's one commercial where the mother is folding underwear. She's pulling it out of the wash and she's folding it. Why would you wash underwear when you don't wear it? You look at every single one of those red bears, not one of them is dressed from the waist down. Some of them may have t-shirts on. Loki! Some of them may have t-shirts on, but they don't wear underwear. Okay, weird, right? And I'm like, this isn't a joke. I will not, if they could have someone could knock on our door right now and say, we have 10 cases of Charmin toilet paper we want just to give you, free of charge. You know what I would say? I'd say, take it away. I don't want it. Seriously. Alright, if that's not weird enough, I don't like Star-Kissed tuna. I like tuna. I love tuna fish. Eat it quite often. Put it on my salads. I make tuna fish sandwiches. Love tuna fish. Do not like Star-Kissed tuna. Want to know why? Samantha's over there just shaking her head.
So stupid.
No, it's not.
Especially the toilet paper one. It's pretty stupid.
No, it's false advertisement.
How do you eat your Ritz crackers?
Oh, I'm getting into that one. That's not mine. That's your aunt. Alright, back to the Star-Kissed tuna. I don't know how many of y'all will remember the commercials that Star-Kissed tuna had back in, I think it was like late 70s, early 80s. Charlie the tuna. Sorry, Charlie. Remember those commercials? Remember? You have a tuna fish trying to get you to buy tuna fish. His mother could be in one of those cans. His family can be in those cans, and he's trying to sell it to you so you can eat them. Not only that, but if you remember the commercials, part of the theme of the commercials is that Charlie, you remember the phrase, sorry, Charlie? They always said that in the commercial. It's because he was trying to get caught by the tuna fishes, the people who fish for tuna. so he can be put in one of those cans and sold. How disturbing is that? That's sick. Weird, huh? I cannot have any pictures or portraits or artwork or anything in my bedroom that has a face on it. Can't do it. Can't hang pictures of my family in my room. Can't, the Disney stuff back here, they all have faces. It can't go in my bedroom. Nothing. Wanna know why? Because their eyes never close, which means while I'm sleeping, they're watching me. I won't say no more about that. I can't hang my feet off the bed when I'm sleeping. Wanna know why? I'm afraid someone's going to grab my foot from underneath my bed. I know there's no one underneath my bed. I know that. But still, if I hang my feet off the bed when I'm sleeping or when I'm trying to fall asleep, that's all I think about is, oh my God, when is someone going to grab my foot? Because you see it in the movies, Come on. All right. Ginger Gerald, I understand what you talk about the even numbers. I can relate. Because I don't like numbers that can't be divided evenly. Whether it's an even or odd number. Because some odd numbers can be divided evenly. I think. No. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. No. I don't know. If it can't be divided evenly some way, without a remainder, those numbers freak me out.
Even square roots?
I'm not going to get that. I'm not that technical. I like the number 15 because it can be divided by 5 evenly. 10 is an even number. It can be divided evenly. I mean, it doesn't have to... Yeah, that's right. It doesn't have to be an even number because 15 is not an even number. But it can be divided evenly. So I don't like... It's prime numbers, right? That can't be... That
I don't remember. I live at elementary.
Yeah, it's called prime numbers. Numbers who can only be divided by one in themselves. I don't like those numbers. They freak me out. I don't know why. I just don't like them. This one's kind of funny. But it shows, and this is true. I swear to y'all, I am not making these things up. Bread. When you buy a loaf of bread in the grocery store, if I pulled 2 pieces of bread out to make a sandwich, okay? Alright, I pulled 2 pieces out, okay? This is one piece and this is another piece. The sides that are together, when my sandwich is done, those have to be together. I can't take the bread and switch this one around and make my sandwich like that. No, it's got to be this way. Because that's how it came out of the loaf. Does that make sense?
What?
I pull my bread out and I lay it flat like this, and I always make sure that, and then I put the meat and then close it up so that it's still like that.
Like the inside.
Yeah, the inside's got to stay the insides. I can't pull and have one inside and then turn the other one and have the outside inside. I can't do it. I can't do it. And my husband knows this because I make his lunch every morning, and some mornings I make him just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I put, a plate or a paper towel down or whatever when I'm going to put a sandwich on. And I pull out the bread and I flip it open, and then I put peanut butter on this side and then jelly on this side and then close it up. So the insides are still the insides. Well, if I don't hurry up and put peanut butter and jelly or whatever I'm going to put on it, and if he walks by, he'll sit there and he'll flip one piece over, and I can always tell. I can tell. I told y'all I'm weird. Y'all don't know the depth of my weirdness. But you know what? No matter how weird I am, I'm in good company. Because I have a sister-in-law who, if you bring up the subject, gets very, very, very passionate about how you eat your crackers. Do you know there's a wrong way and a right way to eat a Ritz cracker? Smithers over there laughing. It was funny because we were over their house. I think it was Thanksgiving, right? I don't know. We were over there. It was a family function. Like the whole family was over there. And, you know, half of us was sitting at the kitchen table and her husband, all her husband says was someone was eating a cracker because they had crackers. No, it was New Year's Eve because they had all the crackers and stuff out.
No, it wasn't New Year's Eve. They didn't have New Year's Eve this year. All I know is I wasn't there. It could be Easter because I wasn't at Easter.
No, it was because this was last year sometime. Anyway, someone had a plate of crackers, and all her husband did was say, make sure you eat those crackers the right way. And my sister-in-law just went off on a tangent about how there's a right way and a wrong way to eat crackers. It was hilarious. So I'm in good company. And in case you're curious,
Salt side down.
When you eat a cracker, it's supposed to be salt side down, so the salt hits your tongue. Which is, if you have a Ritz cracker, you know, on Ritz cracker, there's one side that's kind of like bubbled up and has the salt on it. The other side's real flat. That's probably the part that was on the sheet. So that you put your toppings on the flat side, and when you put the Ritz cracker in, the salt side is down to hit your tongue, because that's where your taste buds are. Oh yeah, she's very adamant. And now that it's out in the open, because she kept this a secret for years, only her husband knew. But now that it's out in the open and the whole family knows, when we're over there, and if you're eating a cracker wrong, she'll jump on your butt, man, let me tell you. So I'm in good company.
You still need to tell the story
About what?
how you slept on the highway.
Oh, I'm going to get to that. That's...
Oh, so you're going to do that. That's what you're
No.
going to do.
Just let me do my video, please. My daughter's over here trying to direct my video. Can you imagine? Alright. Alright. Now we're to the big one. The big thing. This is kind of a... Well, no. This isn't actually... I don't know if I want to tell it in this... Okay. This is a thing that you didn't know about me. Plus kind of like a life update. Are you ready? Please sit down. If you're not sitting down, because this is like huge news. And if you are sitting down, hang on to something so you don't fall out of your chair, okay? Big news. You ready? I'm so excited. I'm expecting a grandbaby. I'm gonna be a grandmother. I bet y'all thought I was pregnant when I said that. Yeah. I'm going to be a grandmother. My son and his... I don't want to say girlfriend, because she's more than a girlfriend, but not quite a fiance yet. I mean, she doesn't have the engagement ring yet, but she does have the promise ring. So, I guess I could call her his betrothed. Are expecting a baby. Her due date is December 21st. I'm so happy. I'm extremely happy to have a grandbaby, because you guys know, I've mentioned it before, how I want to be a grandmother. But it's kind of bittersweet, because this means my son's moving out. And, yeah, he's going to be 23 this year, so yeah, it's time for him to get out of the house. My head says it's the right thing for him to do, and I understand, but my heart, the mother of me, I mean, if I had it my way, I would have a big enough house so my kids could live with me forever and never move away. That's just how I am. So I'm sad he's moving away, but I'm so excited. I'm going to be a grandmother. So now let me show you. Now after 44 minutes, let me show you some things I've been working on, because I have been working on stuff. And I'm going to show you... Here, Loki, go get your snake. Ooh, Loki. I've been doing... I brought out some crochet stuff, and I've been crocheting some stuff. Yeah, I know. Ooh. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know. Okay, hang on. So I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet. God, my hair looks horrible. But I have been crocheting. Okay. With the little booties with the button. And there's a matching hat. I made those. I still gotta weave my ends in on these, but I made little baby socks. This is the first time I've actually made baby socks. I've made booties before, but I made baby socks. I made this pair. And I made this one. I gotta make the mate for it. I haven't made the mate for it. And I gotta weave my ends in on this. This is a bib. I still gotta put the button on. There's the bib. Isn't it awesome? I'm gonna be a grandmother. I'm gonna be a grandma. I haven't decided what I want the baby to call me yet. I think right now the top choice is Nana. But I don't know yet. Alright, now on to some cross stitching. Because after all, this is a cross stitching channel. I finished April. Look at that. I love these Cricut collection ones with all the little motifs. See? I only got 2 of them done. I got what, January and now April. I need to get my button gear and get the rest of them done. Well, actually, oops. Where did that come from? Oh, I didn't know where that come from. Actually, what I need to do is get my button gear and finish this series. But I finished September Snowman of the Month. I stitched this. I don't normally tell y'all the fabric I stitch on and everything. That's just not me. But this piece of fabric is a piece of fabric. I was in for a very short time. I was in Mo's Sales Fabric of the Month. I only got 3 pieces and then I opted out. And this is one of the pieces I got. And it's an even weave. But it's a very thick even weave. To the point to where even with... Because I have my light that I use has the magnifier glass. And even that it's just so thick. And I don't like how thick it is. That's one of the reasons why I opted out. Because all her material, all her even weave is just... This is the only, I don't know what kind it is. It's just so thick, and I've got all sorts of other kind. I got the Lagana and all the other kinds, and this is the only one that's this thick, and I just don't like it. So I'm trying to use up. Like I said, I only got 3 pieces from her, so I'm trying to use those up. Because but that's that. I got September. Now I only have October, November, and December. 3 more, and I'll finish with this series. And then I've been working, and I'm going to show you a part of a chart. I'm not going to freak out because there's no way y'all can stitch this whole entire thing from the little bit y'all are going to see that's on here. But I picked up my Lady of the Flag, and I've gotten all this part done, and I'm going to finish filling this in, and then I'm going to stick it away for a little bit. I was hoping to get a little bit more done on it, but I didn't. It's just this last month has been crazy. And I haven't had time to stitch so that I don't have as much done. Alright. Now, today, probably right after I get off from doing this video, I am going to start red, white, and blue, because today in Cross the Finish Line is the day we start the red, white, and blue sow. So I'm going to be stitching this. And I pulled the colors for this. This is the fabric I'm doing it on. It's a little bit darker than what's, I think, in here, but that's okay. It's a Picture This Plus L. You're not getting a good color. But I had all the colors except for the red that's called for. So I picked this red out, but I think it's not as bright as that. I think it's too bright. And I'm doing the DMC conversions. I'm not using the Crescent Colors or the Weeks Dye Works. I'm just doing the DMC. So I might go later on today, I have a Michael's and it's not that far from me, go and just go ahead and pick up the red. I know I have the red somewhere. It's probably kitted up in a project or being used on another project. So I just might go pick up one just to stick in here. So I don't know. So that's going to be what I'm starting today. Like I said, I really haven't been doing a whole lot of stitching because first I lost my stitchy bug and then it's like crazy. Let me tell you, before I start showing my haul, let me tell you about my adventure one night. Samantha and her boyfriend work at the same place. Go figure. And he literally lives like about 2 minutes from the campground. So there was one night she got off like about, I don't know, 8 or so. And they both got off work at the same time and it was early. And she wanted to go over there after work. Hang on for a minute. Alright. My nose is running. I didn't want to wipe my nose in front of you guys. But anyway, what, Pepper? Anyway, I had told her I was going to pick her up between 11 and 11:30. Ow, Pepper, that hurts. No, come on. Anyway, and it takes about 15 minutes for me to get to here to where he lives. And, Loki. So, I left here about 10:45 or something. Get on the freeway, and I'm not but just a couple miles down the freeway when, boom, traffic comes to a complete stop. I'm not talking we're slowly, a complete stop. People are turning their cars off to save their gas. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to be late picking her up. So, I called her real quick and told her, hey, look, I'm on 395. I said, traffic has stopped. There must be an accident or something up there. I said, just, I'll be there when I can. She said, all right. So, we're sitting there, and we're sitting there, and we're sitting there. And I got stopped in traffic at 10:55. It was right before 11 o'clock. And, at 11:30, I called my daughter back, and I say, I'm still in the exact same spot I was when I called you earlier. And in the meantime, I count, because where I was stopped, it was just past an on-ramp, so there was that extra lane there that no one was in because it was, because no one was coming on the freeway, except there were about 6 ambulances that come through. There was at least 10 to 12 either fire trucks or the ones that will use the jaw of life, the rescue workers. At least 10 or 12 of them that went by. I quit counting the number of cop cars that came by. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a pretty bad wreck. We're going to be here for a while. Now, on the other side of the highway, the traffic coming this way was, that never stopped. That just kept coming. And I remember saying to myself, well, at least when I do get to pick her up, I can still come home the freeway because that's open. They didn't close that side, so it's only on our side. So I'm sitting there, and we're sitting there. Everyone has their cars turned off and their windows down, because there's nowhere we can go. It's not like we were stuck. So finally, 2 or 3 fire people come walking down, and they closed off the on-ramp coming onto the freeway, and they started having people turn around and go off the on-ramp to clear the freeway. And I'm thinking, well, that means... And this was about 12:30 they started doing this. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't get to his house going by the freeway. They're making us leave the freeway. They're shutting the freeway down. It's going to be down for a while. Which means now I got to take the back roads. I don't know the back roads. My husband, he knows all the back roads. He can probably find 20 different ways to get to her boyfriend's house using the back roads. I only know one way to get there, and that's the freeway. Which usually is no problem, because I have a GPS, and I can always plug in the GPS, except I didn't have the GPS in my car, because a few days before that, I drove my husband's car, that we still have, to the doctor's, and I needed it, because from the doctor's I was going someplace, and I didn't want to have to backtrack to go the way I knew, when I knew it was the easier way, but I didn't know how to do it, so I took the GPS. And didn't take it out of his car to put it back in my car. So I'm like, okay, now I have to go all the way home, which would probably take all of 3 minutes, because I wasn't that far from the house, and get my GPS. Not only that, but because I'd been sitting in the car for so long, I had to go to the bathroom like you just don't know. So, and in the meantime, while I was sitting on the freeway, I knew my son was home from work. And so I was trying to call him, thinking, okay, he can go ahead and go pick Samantha up and come home while I'm stuck in traffic. I must have called him 20 times and he wasn't answering his cell phone. Which it was a pet peeve of mine. Because, not with him no more, because now he pays for his own cell phone. But when we paid for it, and I tell Samantha this too, if we're paying for your cell phone, then when we call you, you better pick up. You better answer that phone. That's a pet peeve of mine. Because that's why we got the kids the cell phone, so that if we needed to get a hold of them, we could get a hold of them. So, anyway, off that soapbox. So, I'm in my car, trying to call my son so he can go pick up my daughter, doing the, I gotta go to the bathroom, thing. When they finally have us turn around and go off the exit ramp. So, I run home to come in here and go to the bathroom and grab the GPS to go pick up Samantha. Well, by this time, my nerves, I have anxiety. I have panic attacks and anxiety. Well, my anxiety was way up because now I'm like super late picking her up. And I just told y'all earlier how I hate being late. So I'm super late picking her up. And so I go upstairs and grab my son to go with me. So I have someone with me that I can talk to help, calm me down and whatnot. And by the way, the reason why he wasn't answering into his phone, he was in the bathroom going poop. So, anyway. Now I lost track of my story. Okay, anyway. I get my son. We get in the car. Sorry. Get in the car to go the back roads to pick up Samantha. So, I plug in the GPS. This story is taking way too long. Okay, so I'm going to try to make it shorter. So, we go the back roads, we pick up Samantha, and the way we went under the freeway, and I saw the traffic was still going on the opposite side of the freeway, so I said, okay, we can hop on the freeway and get home a lot quicker after we pick her up. So then I go pick her up, then we come back, get on the freeway, and as soon as we get on the on-ramp, guess what happens? They shut that part of the freeway down. And it's literally, there was a car in front of us that was getting on the on-ramp, then us, and then about 5 or 6 cars behind me that were going to get on the on-ramp. And literally the cop blocked the on-ramp and they blocked the traffic. I'm thinking, okay, they're shutting this side of the freeway down for some reason. Kind of find out it's because they were having a light flight come. So I thought, okay, they'll probably have us turn around and go, they're not going to make us stay here. No, they made us stay there. So for another hour and a half, I'm stuck on the freeway. Now, I had left my house at about 10:45 to go pick up my daughter, which should only been a total of a 45-minute round trip. I didn't get home till 3:30. Yes, that's the story she wanted me to tell you. She just went like this. Now, we'll go back to cross-stitching. I'm going to show you some haul. It's right here. This is the first time I'm showing y'all haul this year. Is that awesome or what? But we went to the Thistle. And there were just some things I had to pick up. So I did. Actually, all this is from the Thistle. There's 1 or 2 things that came in through 1, 2, 3 Stitch that I ordered. And I don't remember which is which, so I'm just showing you all of it. The first thing I got is there's always something to be thankful for. My Country Cottage. I love Country Cottage Needleworks. But and I got the floss, I got the specialty floss that it calls for. But I picked that up. Is that awesome or what? Then I got this. I have the cake one. I have the apple pie one. I think this is the ice cream one. And then I got this because I just love this. Things haven't been the same since that house fell on my sister. I saw this. I had to get it. I had to get it. It came with the charm. I'm not normally I like Wizard dolls and everything, but I'm not like Goo Goo Gaga like other people are. But I had to get this because I have evil step siblings, and 3 of them happen to be sisters, so I thought that was appropriate. And I got this in honor of my husband's promotion. I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to have him take it to work and put it in his office. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Then I got, I'm not going to show you these one by one. I'm just going to put them all up. While I was at the Thistle, I got some petite treasure braid, just random colors, just to have so I can, because I wanted them. And I got some, what are these? I forget what they are. Silken colors. These are some of the silken colors that I'm going to need for some of those Cricut Collections month things. And then I got 2 pieces of fabric. I got this fabric. This is the same fabric that I'm using for my Alice in Wonderland. I had ordered it, and and after doing the Alice, I'm like, I love this fabric. It's like a blue jean. Yeah, blue denim. And this is a 28 count Jobelin. And they had it there, and I said, I gotta have some of this in my stash. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it, but I had to have some of it in my stash. And then I picked up this because I just thought it's gorgeous. Can you see? It's opalescent. It's, of course, the color never comes out right. It's not that blue. It's more of a aqua. This is a 32 count cerulean blue. And it sparkles. It's opalescent. Don't know what I'm going to put on that, but I got it. This is all the haul I've got all year long. Can you imagine? Okay. Trash. Alright, so if there's anyone else still left with me, y'all didn't leave like the minute I start telling you all the weird things about myself. I think that's it. I should be going back to my regular videos. I know it's been a while and it's been kind of sporadic, but I should be doing my regular videos. I will be setting up another Stitch-a-thon for this coming weekend. I'll probably do that later on today. I also got to go through and get everyone's stitch counts from the last one. I haven't done that. But I think all the craziness is done, you know, with the end of school and family coming in and the weddings and all, and finding out that we're expected. That's all leveled out now, so I should be able to get back into my routine and whatnot. Looking forward to it. The one good thing about my son moving out is that his bedroom, between their 2 bedrooms upstairs, his is the bigger one. So when he moves out, we're moving Samantha into the bigger room, and then her room is going to be, I'm going to move my craft room up there. Right now all my craft stuff is in the formal living room that's down here. But I want to move all that up into there, and I'm going to have a dedicated craft room that's sealed away, that's going to be just that, you know, no one will be able to see all my crafty stuff, and we can actually utilize this room for something, I don't know what. And as soon as I get that done, I'll start doing my videos, hopefully up there, and I'll give y'all a tour. I'm hoping to have an awesome craft room like some of you guys have. I'm looking forward to it. That's it. I can't think of anything else. I seem like this is like sporadic. I don't know. I almost feel like I'm rusty. I haven't done a video in a while and I'm a little rusty. So, alright, well that's it. This has been, oh my god, it's been over an hour. So, bye. Next time I'll brush my hair before I come on. Bye, guys.